Welcome back to Loaded Lounge. My name is Seth Nichols, and today we're looking at blankets. So, as far as blankets, these are more for camping, for outdoor use, sitting around a campfire. Not something you would use like sitting on your couch, which I'm gonna be honest, we have used these on our couches. Lounging around watching a movie, we pulled these out. We have quilts that my mom has made that we use inside, and these we try to reserve for strict camping or outdoor use, because that's what they're designed for. The first one we have is the Kelty Bestie blanket. This one comes in at $29.95 on Amazon. I will have the links for all three of these posted in the description below. This one weighs 1 pound and 7 ounces. So this one is really light. Out of all three, this is going to be the lightest and the smallest. So this is designed for one person. So it measures 75 by 42 inches overall. It packs down to 7 by 12. So I'm sitting here in a chair and it's down to my feet, and I have probably a good 1.5 feet folded back. The one thing about Kelty is they try to make all of their products, or most of their products, out of material that is good for the environment or not as bad for the environment. This is made out of DWR and PVC free material, so it's going to reduce waste and any negative environmental impacts. So that is a good thing about this. One thing I do like is the pattern, which is called winter moss, and in the tree pattern here is numbers to kind of give it a little variation in color, which is really cool. So it's made out of their Cloud Loft insulation, which makes it lightweight but also very warm. It's got so anytime I feel material, I feel for the temperature. If I feel something and it feels a little cooler, then I call it slick, or not as, I guess you can call it not warm. But on the back side, the side that's actually going to be touching you, it's very warm. It's not the same material, it's not very slick, and it just kind of helps trap the heat in. So this one is definitely a good camp blanket for a single person. With this one, whenever I want to pack it up, I try to fold it in half. Again, most of the time you're not going to have a partner trying to help you fold this up and put it away. So what I generally do is try to fold it and then fold it again. Try to keep it off the ground as much as possible. This is the backyard again. It's where my dogs hang out, so there's no telling where they peed and you know what else. And then I just cram it all the way down to the bottom as much as I can, while also spinning the pouch. Like I said, when it packs down, it's 7 by 12. It's got a little cinch string here. It's got a pocket here, and then a little grab handle for whenever you're trying to pull it out of the bag. The next one I really want to call Hotkoko, because that's what the logo looks like, but that is not what it is. It is Hotkoko. The brand is called Hotkoko, and this is their campfire blanket. This one is going to be the heaviest out of the three. It's 2 pounds. With the Hotkoko, you can find it for $39.95 on Amazon. So this, as far as overall dimension, is going to be in the middle between the Kelty and the Thermarest Argo, which is coming up next. The overall dimensions are 75 by 52 inches. And when it's packed like this, it's 8 inches by 12 inches, which most of these you could probably compact a little bit more, get all the rest of the air out of there. But with the pouches that they come in, or when they fold in on themselves like the next one we're going to talk about, they could all be compressed a little bit more. So this is made out of 20D ultra thin polyester. It's got a little elastic grab handle on the bottom so you can pull it out of the pouch. Just be careful not to lose the pouches. And then the way it comes is it's got buttons. You can literally use this like a sleeping bag. Now, For me, I'm probably not going to fit in this as a sleeping bag. It is a little bit on the thin side. It's my colors though. But all you have to do is you can take off of all of these snap buttons. Just pull them off. It's got elastic bands on every corner to kind of help you if you want to connect it behind. Use like elastic straps or something to keep it underneath your mattress pad to where it's not going to wiggle around. We have seen people do that. We've not really used this one a lot camping. I tend to go to the Thermarest Argo just because we've had that one the longest, and I like how compact I can get it. So with this one, like I said, 75 by 50, can't do that. 75 by 52 overall dimensions. It's a little bit wider, the same length. On the back side, it is the same type of slick material as the front though. That is one difference between the Kelty Bestie and the Hotkoko. And you can see the way it came, some of the threads are already coming undone. And it's not from being used and abused, but they're just not the best quality. So I don't foresee this lasting a whole long time, because like I said, we've not even used this out camping. We've used it around the house, don't get me wrong. We have used it, but it's not gone through half of the stuff my Thermarest or the Kelty Bestie has. We've not even had to wash it yet because it's not been used that much. But once you snap all these buttons together, you just cram it in that pouch. So it has that elastic strap, and then this is a mesh. So let's say you get a little moisture in there, this will hopefully allow that moisture to evaporate out. All right, last but definitely not least is the Thermarest Argo. This one is probably our most used and most traveled camping quilt. We've taken this overseas with us to Estonia, and my son uses this a lot as his blanket that he sleeps with, just because he likes the wolf. As far as the Thermarest though, it is designed for 2 people. It is a bigger quilt overall. It's 78 by 72 inches. It weighs 1 pound 10 ounces, so extremely light for as big as it is. Packed down like this, it's 5.25 inches by 14.5 inches. It's got a little loop here you can hang it from if you are camping, you want to hang it off a tree limb or a hook of some sort. It starts out looking just like this, a pillow. Very rectangular. It's probably got stains on it, marks on it. We have used this a lot. It's made out of water-resistant Aeroloft insulation, which is kind of a hollow fiber, which makes it very lightweight, but also not losing any of the warmth capabilities. This is a very warm quilt. It's got a zipper along one side that allows you to pull the quilt all the way out. And once you pull that quilt out, you can zip that pocket back up, that way you don't get anything inside of the pocket. It's got snaps to where you can hook this to a Thermarest sleeping bag or sleeping pad, anything of that sort. It's got a couple of different connection points on it, but overall Overall, it's just a large blanket. We've used this camping, Kirsten and I. We have only used this instead of a sleeping bag a couple of times where it was warm enough where she needed a blanket, and we just took this. We didn't take a sleeping bag at all. It is the most expensive out of the three, coming in at around $100 on Amazon, which is kind of expensive for a blanket compared to these other two. You could get two of the Hotkoko blankets for 80 bucks, 90 bucks. So you could get two of the Kelty. You could almost get three of the Kelty, depending on if you find them on sale or something, for the price of one of these. And I also could not find the wolf print Argo. So I think it might be an old pattern that they're not using anymore. So just look at all of the different designs. Every one of these, all three of these, have different designs that you can pick from. These aren't the only options that you have. Otherwise, I'd probably pick something else besides the pink and yellow. So if you have any other ideas or options that you suggest for us as far as camp quilts or blankets, put them in the comments below, or make sure you go and join our Facebook group, EDC Loadout Lounge. Well, I hope you have found this informative and allowed you to kind of figure out which between the three you like the best, and maybe you'll pick one of these up. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next video.